Hey YouTube. Polling. Polling is a communication technique where a client repeatedly checks with a server at regular intervals to determine if there is a new available or if a certain event has occurred. This method is often used when a real time update is not required or when more sophisticated real time communication mechanisms like WebSockets are not feasible. Let's talk about first why do we like to use polling. So let me clear everything here and put it like that. So why we will use polling? So first, simplicity. Polling is straightforward to implement, requiring only periodic HTTP request from the client to the server. Second, its compatibility. Polling works with any server or client that supports HTTP, making it a universal compatible method for client server communication. Third, control. The client can control how often it checks or for updates, which can be used for managing resources consumption. Number four, a full back mechanism. Polling can serve as a fallback mechanism in environments where more advanced real-time communication techniques like WebSocket or server-sent events are not supported. So let's talk about how polling works. So let me just try to clear everything here for you guys, and I'd like to choose this color. So let's say that we have the client and we have the server. The client will send a request to the server. So the client sends an HTTP request to the server at regular intervals, like every few seconds. Let's say that every 2 seconds, the client will send another request to ask for updates or new data. The server will process this request. The server processes the request and checks if there is a new data available or if a specific condition has met, and after that it will send the response back. And the server sends the response. So if there is a new data, the server included in the response, and it sends it back to the client. If not, the server may send an empty or no new data response. And number four, the client waits and repeats doing this cycle. The client waits for next polling intervals and repeats the process by sending another request to the server. The disadvantages of this technique is that inefficient, like polling can be inefficient because it involves sending repeated requests even when no new data is available. This can lead to unnecessary network traffic and increased server load. Number two, latency. Polling introduces latency when the client only receives updates at the interval between requests. This means updates are not delivered in real time and can be delayed by the length of the polling interval. Number three, resource consumption. Repeated polling can consume significant network bandwidth and CPU resources, especially if many clients are polling the server frequently. Number four, scalability challenges. As a number of clients, let's say that we have a lot of clients like client one, client two, and client three, and all of them, they are sending a lot of requests to the server, non-stoppable. So as a number of clients increases, the server may become overwhelmed with handling frequent polling requests, leading to scalability issues. There are alternatives for polling, like there is a long polling, WebSockets, server sent events, and push notifications. We will talk about them in the future. But in conclusion, polling is a simple and widely supported method for client-server communication, especially for use cases where real-time updates are not critical. However, it's inefficient and potentially scalability issues make it less suitable for high-frequent real-time applications. Alternatives like long polling, WebSockets, and server-sent events provide more efficient and responsiveness solutions for applications requiring real-time communication. So that's it for this video, and see you in the future.